What's going on, guys? In this video we are going to take a look at just do a quick as possible overview of the Singleback Ace Slot and what makes it so deadly, how we set all the plays up. So if you don't, to give you guys a quick idea of how this formation works. And once again, thank you for purchasing our offensive ebook. What makes this formation so deadly, it's one of very few, if any, formations that you have the ability to bomb, to bomb, to bomb every coverage deep over the top. You also have a superb, great running game. You have an unstoppable corner route, um, not to mention a really good quick pass game that you can do here. So there's everything that you can want out of a formation in this formation. So we're going to go ahead and get started and show you exactly what makes this so deadly. And we're going to start out in a cover four, and then we're going to, show you how to beat all the coverages. You can actually beat all the coverages with one play. However, when it comes to cover three, there's a play that works better, but we're going to show them to y'all. So cover four drop, and the play that we're going to use is PA Scissors Flood. Now, for this to work best, you want to be on the right hash mark. If you're on the left, you probably want to flip it. It still will work if you're over on the left and you run it like this. It just takes longer for it to develop because something happens when you motion. First thing you're going to do is you're going to max protect. Then you are going to motion this tight end over and see how the wide receiver comes over and almost makes a bunch formation over there. That doesn't happen when you're on the left hash mark. So all you want to do here is streak the slot, snap the ball. If you can, roll out. Bomb cover four. As you can see, he was wide open for a touchdown. And my quarterback is not throwing dots by any means. Come on, man. As you can see, guys, how just wide open he is. Why my quarterback can't make that easy throw, I have no idea. Or receiver can't catch it, whatever. But trust me, this works great in game. I've been using it for a while now. And as you can see, it hits him in the hands. If you can rack catch that, by all means, it's going to be a touchdown. Um, you do want to have your fastest, best wide receiver over in the outside receiver. So I don't know the Jags, who's who and who's the best, but it'll work with anybody. Okay, so now you see it beats cover four. Pretty clear there that he was wide open. Now we're going to go up against the cover two using the same play. Same setup as you use for cover four. As you can see there, it's going to cause the safety to dumb out, and it's going to be an easy big gain or a touchdown. And I know what you guys are thinking, yeah, but most people use a deep blue. So, dang it. We're going to go there. And as you can see, we're still going to get over the top of that linebacker. You know, let's do this. We'll put double deep blues out there. Whoops. So we have two deep blues out there. We still have the vert hooks. Max protect. Streak. Same thing. It's double deep blues out there. Okay, so I'm just going to audible to a cover 3 here. And this isn't the best play to beat a cover 3 over the top with. However, after we show you this, I'll show you the best play to beat a cover 3 for a one-play touchdown. Same thing here, except for against cover 3, I'm going to fade the tight end. And I'm going to put the outside receiver, I'm going to put him on a smart routed in route. I'm going to motion him over. And then I'm going to snap right when he gets about to the numbers. As you can see right there, huge gain or a touchdown against cover 3. So we're able to take this one play and beat every coverage. Now we're going to go 2-man under or cover 2-man. It's going to be basically the same thing. As a cover 2, we're going to max protect, use motion. Pretty much the same setup here. And as you can see, another completion against cover 2. That was cover 2-man. So we're going to go ahead and get into another play that we use, and it's PA dagger U cross. And this is a play that I like to use basically to beat a cover 3 with. So once again, we're going to max protect. We're going to fade the tight end. The reason I like to use this play is it has a speed in route that goes a little bit deeper, so I feel that it does a better job of sucking that corner down to where you can complete the one play TD against cover 3. Okay, so that's just another way to kill a cover 3. Now we're going to show you the same play we showed you earlier, and how to make pretty much, you can do this with PA dagger U cross, but we're going to make a really tough to stop corner route as well. So PA scissor flood, we'll start out and we'll run this against cover 3s. Now I believe you can run this from either hash mark. Probably want to be somewhere in the middle or to the right side, or left side I should say, for this to work the best. You have more room, but we're just going to fade that tight end, and we're going to motion him over, and we're going to snap before he gets set. And if you wait a little bit longer here, let me move the ball over just a little bit. If you wait a little bit longer, that zone will get sucked down even more. So that's cover 3. Now we're going to do cover 3 with cloud flats. So you can see just how open that corner route gets. Hard flats, it's just going to get worse. Now we're going to do a cover 2, and we're going to start out with cloud flats because that's what most people run. You just want to kind of wait because that flat will eventually get sucked down and leave that corner out wide open. Now we're going to do the soft squat. The soft squat zone, out of anything that stops this corner out, that probably does the best, but he is eventually going to get sucked down just like any other zone. So as you can see right there, there's not a zone here that's gonna stop that corner out as long as you don't get sacked. Which, you know, if you're running these bombs all game long, your opponent's going to start to blitz the hell out of you. That's why we have several, you know, short pass plays that we like to use. We'll get into them. The first one's just a really simple one. You don't have to make any adjustments to. It's just a play that I like to run as is, and it's post will shallow. We'll just run it against random plays. But all we're really going to do here is do like to streak that tight end. It's a really nice drag route. Clears everything out that you can get good yardage on. So this play is going to get your opponent thinking, you know, user the middle of the field. Whoops. And we took a sack there, but you can see that the main idea here of what we're trying to do. Okay, so that's one. Just a nice pass play. Let's see here. Give me just a second. Just want to make sure that I haven't missed anything out of those. Okay, one thing that we're going to go over too is another way to beat a cover 2 quickly. Play I like to use for, you can do this with any play, but the one that's probably the easiest, or not the easiest, just a good play is 4 verticals. Like I said, you can do it with any play. We're just going to run this against a cover 2. Whoops, this is double A gap. I don't want to use, oh well, I guess it doesn't make any difference here. This is going to work best, you know, if the ball's spotted over on the left side of the field, or you can flip it. It still will work in the middle of the field. One way I like to beat this is to do something like this. Sideline pass it. Just another way to beat cover 2. You know, you can just leave it like this too and put the outside receiver here on a fade. And if you don't take the insta sack, then we'll do it this way. So we have something that looks like that. Most of the time you can get that in there, but however, the best way I believe is to do this. Put them on a zig route and beat a cover 2 that way. Another, another cover 2 beater, and it beats cover 3 a lot of the time as well. Just a different way to beat cover 2 is, I forget the name of this play, PA post Y cross. And the reason why, that outside receiver has a unique route with a delay in it. And so if your opponent has a deep blue out there, a linebacker in a deep blue, it's usually going to beat it. I'm just going to run it as is at first, but all I'm really going to do is streak the R1 receiver, and it's optional. You can block the other tight end, which most of the time I'll do, but we'll just leave it alone the way it is. And that time he got manned up on him, so I did something wrong. Actually, you want to not streak, you want to fade that tight end. And he's still getting manned up. Usually, maybe it's this defense or something that we're in. But, like I said, most people are going to be doing the deep blues, so let's see what happens now. That's where you want to throw it. See, it gets underneath that deep blue. So this is just another way. If it's cover 3, you're going to get, chances are you're still going to get the same kind of separation. Of course, this is a cover 3 matcher, so he might get manned up. And he does. But guys, take my word for this. Against cover 2, this play does work really well for the most part. There might be a couple cover 2s that, you know, don't. But if you really, really want to get that guy open against a cover 2, just put the slot on a vert route. You can basically do what you want with the tight end. You can block them. Here's another way. As you can see, that usually takes care of the problem with cover 2. Okay, so we went over that. Let's get into our little bit of our short passing game again. A play that I like to use, basically it's a hash mark type of glitch. The way after the patch, they, changed a few things. And so this X slash U cross works really good for a short pass. We'll just run it against cover 3s. Go random. Now when I run this, to run this as is, oh, this is curl. Wait a second. Oh, never mind. After the patch, they changed things. So I like to run this as is from the left hash mark. If you get over to the middle of the field, things change a little bit. If you get over on the right, it'll work the same, but you want to flip it. Now for a cover 3, all I'm going to do is put the O receiver. I'm going to put him just on a hitch route. Now that hitch route is going to be open for a quick pass for 5 to 10 yards every time against cover 3. Doesn't matter what type of flat they have out there, he's going to get open if you're on the left hash mark. Just got to wait for a second, let that other route clear that route out, and then hit that. Now, to prove a point, I'm going to go ahead and use hard flats. Still open. We're running random. randoms here, so I'll do hard flats. Now we're going to do cloud flats. Same thing. Now here's what happens if the ball's in the middle of the field or on the right hash mark. It doesn't. You still run it the same. That linebacker is going to lurk over and play that hitch route. So if you're over there and you still want to run this play and it's cover 3, keep in mind that the same thing is going to happen, except for you're going to have to wait, and hopefully your opponent's not lurking that middle, but you're going to have to hit the deep in route. Now we're going to run this against cover 2s. Just audible to a cover 2. Go cloud flats first. Same thing. Gets cleared out. You're able to hit that hitch route. And this works very good against the blitz too, by the way, which your opponent will start to blitz you. This time we're going to go hard flats. And if it's a hard flat against cover 2, all you need to do is watch that hitch. If it gets covered, you know that that deep in route's going to be open against cover 2. Next play that I like to use is curl flat. And once again, we'll run this against cover 3s. Go random cover 3s. The adjustments I like to make here is I like to put the slot on a fade, and I like to put the tight end on just a flat route. And it's going to get that curl route open against cover 3. Let's do hard flats here. Once again, easy completion. Go cover 2. Go cloud flat. Once again, same thing. Do it again. Soft squat, actually, this is the one thing I haven't tried this on, so let's try the soft squat. Oh, well, we got the insta-sack there, so. Go hard flats. Of course, with hard flats, you're going to have different options. If you notice there's a hard flat, since you have this guy basically on a fade route, you can still do that. So lots of options here, guys. Okay, so let's move this over to where we're, more onto the right side of the field. Same thing here. As you can see, the hash marks do make a difference. Let's see what we're up against here. But not always. Still getting the same results for the most part. Okay, so let's try. Okay, this is the one. This is like a cover 3 match. We're going to leave the match on. As you can see, the cover 3 match is going to cover that a little bit because they get manned up. So that's really the only thing. But if you're on the left hash mark, the cover 3 match is still going to be open. So now we'll do cloud flats. As you can see, it gets cleared out. So guys, this is really hard and annoying to stop. Then for the short pass, you can just run this play as is a lot of times and just take what the defense gives you. I mean, there's so much you can do with this formation. Okay, so covered that. Now we're going to go to the run game. The plays I like to use are halfback slant 18, halfback one dive, and halfback misdirection. So slant 18, when I run this, let's pick randoms here. Since we use a lot of motion, we're still going to use motion here. Of course, that was a god-awful run on my part. You can either motion the wide receiver or the tight end. And then a lot of times, I'll actually playmaker this to the left. And run it that way. And this is a good run, by the way. I'm just not making it look good. Also, I like the blunt dive. Let's pick random plays. I don't know why, but a lot of times if your opponent comes out in something with 3 down linemen, it doesn't matter what it is. It causes all the guys to be pancaked. Doesn't happen every time, but hopefully I can get something here that'll show it. And once again, I like to use a little bit of motion. Most of the time, we're getting really bad block sheds right now. This is one of the better dives in the game. Once again, I'm not making it look very good. One of my favorite run plays out of this formation is a HB misdirection. Seems like the blocking sets up really good on this play to run up the middle. Sometimes you're going to have cutback lanes too. There we go. Now we're starting to get a few pancakes. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoy our offense. Excuse me, got a cold. Make sure you check out all the breakdowns.